Hey everybody! Kicking off a Ask Me Anything session, a live stream, and snacks. I have snacks, which tasty mint slice essentials, which prompted Shimna to leave before we started, and she has chocolate. I mean, doing an Ask Me Anything session, how could we possibly get through this without chocolate? So hey. So I hope we have some snacks of some sort. Good. What is this? A favorite?
Absolute 100% favorite.
100% favorite
of all time.
So if you want to make Shimna happy, send peppermint Ghana chocolate Whitakers. Shimna, care of Auckland. Definitely, it'll totally make it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm just stuffing my face now. I've been like, hey, how's it going? I'm hungry. I've got a cup of tea.
I'm hungry.
I literally bought a family pack of these biscuits.
And I can't even eat them.
So we're totally prepared for whatever questions you want to throw at us or not. Or if you just want to say hi in the chat and hang up, then do that too. But yeah, we've been practicing a few little tunes. Well, one tune really. That's all we can cope with, to be honest, at any given moment in time. Is pretty much one tune, and so just there we go, and yeah. So and to be honest, the traffic for Shimna to get home, she didn't really want to hang out. She doesn't like hanging out with me. But she was like, oh, it's going to take ages to get back home. So I guess jump on the live stream. So
you offered me food and then I was like, all right.
Like food. Hey, I love it. Taylor, you are absolutely correct. I have zero interest in watching the current live debate of New Zealand politics. Oops. I'm sure they're all wonderful. Hi, by the way. I'm here to talk music, just to give people options. If they want to talk politics, they can go watch that. If they want to hang out and talk music, they come here, hang out. So the choice is yours. Feel free to leave if you're more interested in watching that, because it's happening now. So, David, welcome. How's it going? Wondering how you choose who to collaborate with.
That's a good question.
We'll start with you.
Oh goodness.
Right.
Well, we ended up collaborating together. We met many years ago, actually. David was playing a gig at the Bunker Folk Club in Devonport, and I was just attending as a guest, audience member. And I thought that his music was really cool, had a chat with him afterwards.
Yes.
And then we didn't really exchange any details or anything. And then you ended up at Father Ted's one night when I was playing, and you came over and you were like, hey, I'm David, do you remember me? And then from there, he just contacted me about a wedding. He contacted me about a wedding. We pretty much had like one short rehearsal, and then went and did the wedding, and then didn't see each other for ages. And then beginning of last year, he was like, hey, do you want to collaborate on a song? We chucked it up on YouTube. And more things have just fallen into place.
Yeah, so that was
since then.
That was Gypsy Girl. A bunch of you have seen that on the channel. It went to number 8 on the little hot singles chart. So thought, oh, maybe we should do some more things.
Yeah.
No.
But I feel like our collaboration just kind of fell into place, really. I mean, obviously it took both of us having to be willing. But it was like a no-brainer. It was a good offer. He's got really cool original songs, and I feel like our styles complement each other. So yeah, it's pretty easy to keep saying yes.
But I think that's really good, because we've both collaborated with people where we've done like a song or something, and then being like, okay, we did that.
Yeah.
And
Or just
then,
shown up to a rehearsal and then just didn't feel quite right. Well, that's happened to me a few times.
Tell me more.
I wouldn't be here if that's what happened with you. But sometimes it just doesn't click. Yeah.
I think that's a good way to put it, because sorry, morning, Florian. Hey, Grinch, nice to have you here. I think that's a big one for me, is there's got to be a musical component that works, that you think, yeah, cool, there's something that complements each other. But there's also got to be a personality thing that you're like, and that's my own criteria. I know that's not everyone, but to be honest, like, this is, at the end of the day, like, right now is my life, your life. Like, if we were like, oh man, I hate hanging out, like that's literally like how we've been spending our time this afternoon. But and if I end up editing a bloopers reel from this afternoon's recording, I'm not sure how much of that can actually go live, to be honest. It might just be a lot of censoring of us laughing and that. Oh, Ian, hey, how's it going? I am actually going to play Grand Central tonight, even after hanging out and chatting with you. Yeah, we should do a Grand Central combo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, we're like, yeah.
Yeah, so it was so well.
So yeah, it's cool. Honestly, I mean, these Tuesday sessions, literally, if you've just joined, welcome. They are literally something I set up at the start of lockdown, where I basically made time available to hang out. And one of my goals with music is to inspire and encourage other musicians that if they're wanting to do music full time, if they're wanting to pursue it, it is an option. Like, I didn't have someone encouraging me. I had a bunch of people saying, what's your actual job going to be? So yeah, it's something I started at lockdown, and if you put questions into the chat, we'll do our best to answer them while we're here hanging out and drinking tea and eating chocolate, in case it's useful for you. But otherwise, if there's no questions, you'll probably get either bad jokes from me, or we could sing a song.
Oh, the one that we've been singing all day. See if we can actually get it right.
We might get it right. So yeah, maybe we put it to vote. Should we sing for you or not?
I'm so full as well.
Hey Steve, welcome. We want to record our son, who is a singer-songwriter, on acoustic guitar, both live venues and in the home studio. Love Zoom products, but confused which one is best plugged into a venue soundboard. Honestly, there is a lot. There's a lot, Steve. You may have seen on my channel the Zoom live track L8. I really like it. There's so many things that I like, but the one thing that I do feel it falls short is as a venue desk. So in terms of its output, it doesn't have a graphic EQ, so there's sort of not a lot of options to match what's coming out of your desk with whatever speakers you might turn up into different venues. And compression would be a nice touch, not on there, not essential, but would be a nice option. Curious what you're hoping to record. I've done a couple of live sessions using the Zoom H4n, which is a little portable Zoom recorder, and I've basically taken a mix out of the venue's desk, or whichever desk I'm using, and then the two little stereo mics as ambient venue sound. So if you look at Englishman in New York on my channel, a little loop cover, that's how that's been recorded, is a DI out of the desk and then those little two mics and blended together. So you can get a really good sound, but there's 101 different possible ways to do it. If you want to put anything specific, maybe that might have been useful, but yeah, feel free to fire things in the chat. David, I'm self-conscious about singing. Me too. So I try to collaborate with a singer, but have not found anyone to work with.
Just do it.
Just sing or
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. I sucked at singing.
Past tense? No.
Well, today's recording also has some moments. But honestly, man, I think there's lots of different groups, and I think being willing to approach people is a really good way to go about it. But keep working on it yourself as well, man, and just experiment. You don't have to necessarily go out in public if you're feeling awkward, but it's something I would recommend. Another friend of mine who's a professional musician didn't sing for ages, super self-conscious, and only when he was touring internationally as a really well-recognized guitarist, he finally did some backing vocals for one or two songs as part of their duo, and has become comfortable. We'll say that. He might correct me, but he sort of, through that process, it was a long time, got comfortable, and actually it's really, really nice. There's some stuff online as well. So yeah, but I think for me, when collaborating, and sometimes we do this really well, sometimes we do this really badly, it's really good to suggest a song to work on. So even you've got a starting point when you're collaborating with a singer, maybe even before you catch up, say, I'd love to try this song out with you, so that both of you can have a little bit of an idea before turning up and going, do you know,
So what
do you know this? Yeah.
Yeah.
No. About that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope that, thanks for encouragement. Cool, man. Where in the world are you, by the way? Where's everyone tuning in from? Curious. Some of you, I know. We're in New Zealand.
I got a text from my dad who's watching saying automatic focus camera is drunk.
What?
Suggest turn off auto.
Oh, it is off.
It is off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is your dad drunk?
Dad? You had too much wine.
We just checked, but yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's off?
I think your dad's drinking.
Okay. How many of us are there? 2? 4? 8?
Maybe it is Dad. That's great. Love it. Ian, hang on. You guys have been chatting. When are you escaping from Canada anytime soon? I forgot.
Oh, what? Oh, you jumping over to England?
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah.
California, nice. I miss California. I was there 3 years ago, like now.
Oh yeah, you posted a memory.
Yeah.
Oh,
what a sweet memory. It was sunny. It was nice. I was at the beach. It's beautiful. Yeah. Okay, I feel like we should test out our today's practice session. Anything could happen here.
Okay.
Now
that I'm actually warm.
Actually, to be honest, I don't think anyone wants to hear us sing, to be fair.
Yeah, no one said anything.
So we're just like, we'll pretend it's for them, but
yeah,
really it's actually just another cheeky practice session for us.
Just do it.
Damn it.
Yes.
Okay. All right, we'll do it. We'll give it a whirl. Maybe. How's it go?
Mate. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
Just Shimna's checking in with Dad to see if his
he hasn't texted me back. He's probably lost his phone.
It's going to crack me up later for like, oh, well, actually, it was really weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah? I don't know if I remember.
Crack up now.
Hang on. Oh, yeah, okay, I remember how it goes.
Why do you build me up? Buttercup, baby, just to
you say you will. But I love you still, I need you more than anyone, darling. You know that I have from the start. So build me up, buttercup, don't break my heart. I'll be over at 10, you tell me time and again. Now you're late, I'm waiting round and then I go to the door. I can't take it anymore, it's not you, you let me down again. Oh baby, baby, try to find a little time and I'll make you happy. I'll be home, I'll be beside the phone waiting for you to get the chords right. Ooh, 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 ooh. Why do you build me up, buttercup, baby, just to let me down? Mess me around and then worst of all, you never call, baby, when you say you will. But I love you still, I need you more than anyone, darling. You know that I have from the start. So build me up, buttercup, don't break my heart. To you I'm a toy, but I could be the boy you adore if you just let me know. Although you're untrue, I'm attracted to you all the more. Why do I need you so? Baby, baby, try to find a little time and I'll make you happy. I'll be home, I'll be beside the phone waiting for you. Why do you build me up, buttercup, baby, just to let me down? Mess me around and then worst of all, you never call, baby, when you say you will. But I love you still, I need you more than anyone, darling. You know that I have from the start. So build me up, buttercup, don't break my heart. I need you more than anyone, darling. You know that I have from the start. So build me up, buttercup, don't break my heart. Okay, I think the verdict.
Worst we've done it all day.
I think the verdict is in that we should probably get real jobs.
That
was great.
So bad. The one time that we've got more than just one person watching us as well.
It's great. We were filming this afternoon trying to get this together. It's clearly we haven't. And we kept laughing rather than probably working on getting it right. And so we got Sabrina in to be like, can you be our audience so we can focus and feel like we're performing? And hey Josh, how's it going? Sweet. Mate, thanks for tuning in. I'm like, thanks for tuning in. You turned up to the weirdest rendition of of us. In future, let's not do work in progress.
Nah.
But to be fair, like I feel like there's two things that, for me anyway, I don't know if this is true for everyone else, but two things that motivate me. One is seeing something shit like that. Because I think, you know what? These people do this full time. Or someone really amazing. But they weren't available for this Ask Me Anything session tonight. It was just the two of us.
Sorry, we couldn't find any real talent.
It was good. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it. I don't know why yeah. Anyway.
It's the chocolate. Honestly, we're both flaming now.
I'm just laughing. I like fully lost the notes even to start with. I was like, what do I sing for this?
It's not like we've played it like 6 times.
Yeah.
Well, 6 times all the way through. Many attempts.
Buttercup, baby, just to let me know. Okay, we'll go back to answering questions. Are you guys gonna be like, this is the weirdest Ask
Views
Me
drop to
Anything
zero.
live
Everyone
stream
leaves.
you've ever done? Josh, what are you working on? What are you playing?
Would you like some?
Yeah, curious. So, just to fill in some more, when we got together, we played a wedding. Was our first
Mhm.
proper gig, right? And
First gig ever together.
whoa.
Mm.
And halfway through, we dressed up in onesies. Actually, it was Shimna, myself, and Harry, drummer friend that you've probably seen. Oh, Dov, you're too kind.
Oh, we're both handsome.
Yeah, I think we should move to France because we're handsome in France. Actually, we could put that on the next album, "Handsome in France."
That could be like another review on the website.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah,
maybe we could do that.
You were saying about the wedding? We're both just sitting here saying.
They know that I get distracted very easily. But yeah, we ended up. That was a great wedding. Super, super cool. Wonderful, beautiful people, and really good fun. And I still don't know what compelled us to suddenly change into onesies halfway through performing at somebody's wedding.
The thing is that we actually had to decide all together to bring the onesies. So that happened before we even left Auckland.
But yeah. And then the next thing I think was pretty much we did Gypsy Girl. And then from there I was like, do you want to do like a little mini tour?
That was cool.
That was good. But yeah, that's how we ended up doing all this. And then, in case those of you that don't know, we're doing a live stream where I was going to say where we play songs that we know, but that's not entirely true. On our Facebook page, and we literally just set it up. I keep eating, so I have to stop talking. But it's Facebook/David and Shimna.
Yeah.
I put my name first because I made the page. So.
Age before beauty.
Right, Josh, trying to learn Wake Me Up When September Ends, but keep messing up the chord progressions. Damn it. You'll get there. I'll check in with you next week. If you're online, I'm going to be like, Josh.
How's it going?
How's Wake Me Up When September Ends going? To be honest, I think I only learnt the start of that little riff.
How does that song go? Oh, yeah.
That was enough?
That actually was. Yeah. Well done.
Wake me. No? You're on comments, I'm eating.
Oh, someone loves Gypsy Girl. Yes.
Oh, thanks, Florian. Also, got my DIY pedal to a working state. Nice. Maybe this isn't right yet. So it's still only 3 tracks, but I'm pretty... Josh, that's super cool. A bunch of people have been following as well. I don't know if you're going to share this publicly other than comments, but there's a bunch of people interested in what you've been creating, making a pedal to do live looping with. So super cool, man. Stoked. Thanks, Florian. Appreciate it. Chips Eat Girl. That I'm trying to think what he was like. Is it Gypsy Girl or Chipsy Girl? Chips Eat Girl. I was trying to think what Mike said in the studio when we were recording it.
Oh,
the studio engineer.
I know the line that you're thinking of when they misheard the lyrics.
Yeah.
When is it? Baby, let's leave tonight, pack the car and go.
Yeah.
What would they say? Like a common goal? That's what Mike, was it Mike who said that?
Yeah.
I couldn't hear that lyric for a while either. And then once I actually figured out that it was pack the car and go, I was like, right, that makes sense. I hear it now. But before that, I didn't know what it was. I was like, is that English? Let's leave tonight. And then a random word in a foreign language. Da 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 with 5 syllables.
That's too complicated in a foreign language for me.
No, pack the car and go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So, curious. I'm gonna, seeing as no one's asking questions.
That was a question.
Unbelievable. What? No, but honestly, if you do have anything, fire it in the chat. Otherwise, we will keep drinking tea. Probably telling you stories and eating. I'm going to get through this whole family bag of mint slice biscuits.
I'm not helping you. I won't tell you to stop either, though.
I thought it would be cool to actually ask you, like, how. So you started playing violin, learning.
Mm-hmm.
Curious what your first kind of gigs were that you were like, cool. Okay, like
what I enjoyed.
Well, yeah, that you started out with, working in bands and being like, cool, like this is fun. Beyond kind of being like, I'm just practicing and how that.
Right. So I started doing classical violin lessons, Suzuki method, when I was 7. Excuse me. My hiccup.
Get some more chocolate.
Nope. And then I started taking traditional Irish fiddle lessons when I was 10. So I kind of was doing both for a while. And then by maybe age 14, I started playing at Father Ted's. So my dad was always there, so I always had a legal parent there with me. But I joined my fiddle teacher at the time, John O'Loney, and Jerry O'Neill, just on Wednesday nights at Father Ted's. It was 9 till 12. That was pretty late for a school night. We'd mostly not stay for too long on during the term, but then school holidays I'd stay for the whole gig. And eventually I was just going along for fun, to join in, to get experience, like to see what it was like gigging. And then eventually they started giving me a little bit of money, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. And then eventually life happened, and the other fiddler ended up not having that gig anymore, and it became mine. So I would play every Wednesday at Father Ted's with Jerry, and that was really, really cool. But before that, it was mostly going to the Auckland Folk Festival every year, seeing like the young people performing in the competitions, or like in the mixed generation concerts. So it would be like a parent and a kid doing a musical collaboration together. And I thought that was really cool, because my dad and I have always kind of jammed. And so we ended up doing one of those concerts. I ended up entering the competition. And I won it in 2015. Yay! It was the year of the Shimna, it felt like.
I need to cue some applause right now.
Yeah. So I kind of just fell into it through pub gigs and the folk festival. That's like the main things. The Rafters Folk Club in Ponsonby was
nice.
one of my first live performances that wasn't in a pub.
Yep.
Titirangi Folk Club was a good one as well. And then going to see people at the Bunker. So I've always been like fascinated by live performance and seeing people at the folk festival that I've really looked up to. And I've always wanted to do it, but I fell into it through pub gigs.
Nice. Hi, Liadi. Welcome. I thought I'd just touch on one thing, because it comes up a lot and I hear it from people that are performing. But when you said you turned up, you played for ages, and then eventually life happens, things change, and suddenly it's like, hey, do you want the gig? Like, this is something that happens super, super often. And I have a bunch of people that will approach me for gigs or venues and that sort of thing. And often what happens is they'll approach me once and like, hey, like, I'm free this weekend. Is there any gigs? You're like, no.
Not this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I never hear from them again until, a year later, like, I really need some gigs, man. Hey, have you got anything? Like, well, no. And it's something that's super common, I noticed, of other musicians as well, that if they're just playing, if they're turning up, if they're involved in the scene, even like yourself turning up and being like, yeah, I'll jump in and play, like there's not getting paid or whatever, that sort of thing. But yeah, but you know what I mean? Like there's a thing I really like. Mike's story is a friend of ours that he spent about 6 or 8 weeks doing a free gig at a venue, building up the audience, and then being like, hey, this is kind of what I charge and what would work for me. And so he built a gig through his own time and effort out of nothing happening at that venue. And I don't know, it's just something that I see more and more of, kind of like the persistence of being like, no worries, hang out. And sooner or later, I know something will happen, that someone asks me for a gig or, connects in with something, and it's like, actually, yeah, the person that's on my mind, often I'll be like, I was just talking to this person, they might be a good fit. But if it's sort of like once a year you approach people and connect, then it's like, sorry man, I forgot you even played music and you're great, but no, that sounds really nasty. I totally forgot about you, but it is. It's just who's on the radar. David, any busking? Oh, did you do any busking?
I did, yeah. So I used to busk at the Takapuna flea market on Sundays. It became a thing where I was like, we'd go to the market, and my family would always just get some pork buns. We just loved the food. Sweet. And then eventually it was like, oh, I'll busk and then I can buy my own
pork buns.
Yeah. And that kind of just became, yeah. I don't know how often I would go, but yes, I did do some busking and it was great.
Nice. That's how I started.
Oh, yeah.
Twice, if you like. My first performance was busking on the keyboard when I was 9 or 10. No, it's terrible. Still am. But people gave me money. And then when I quit my job to do music full time, the very next morning, some of you know this, because I was freaking out, like, what have I done? But also I really want to do this. At 8 o'clock, I was already busking outside the local Countdown, just being like, I really hope I make some money. Because I quit everything. I presume, David, that's what you're asking, not are we going to do any more busking tonight on this live stream?
I mean,
yeah. The best is the comment in my head of like, maybe we'll what if we nail it on the live stream? Like,
I know. I was just
it's great.
Shambles.
Oh well. Yeah. Curious, for those of you playing at the moment, working on stuff, Josh, I know you're working on things as well. Curious if you see, I'm mid-sentence and I get distracted by the chat. Just, shiny thing. Comment. Yeah. I need to go and watch.
My tea. The last mouthful.
It's the dumpling saga all over again.
No.
What was I talking about? I've forgotten. Got completely distracted. Oh, I was going to ask. I'm curious for those of you at the moment, if there's any particular things you're working on beyond, working on songs and working on your own repertoire or different things. But if there's anyone working on recording or album stuff, or doing the likes of videos and promotional things for yourself. Just curious to see who's doing that side of things again. But there is a question. Tom Lee, room 25 again. Would absolutely love to, and I think we should bring this one along with the fiddle and do a concert. And come say hi to you all again down in Nelson, Richmond, really. Yeah,
Gig.
that'd be super cool. I've been watching all your sweet lineup of acts, and Albie and the Wolves next, I believe, on the radar, which would be awesome down there. So we're allowed to escape Auckland now, so we should maybe look at doing a few little shows around and about. But if you caught our singing earlier on this live stream, we'll do a little bit more practice before we appear. Nelson, room 25. Sweet. What's happening? Going Albie and the Wolves. Yeah, shout out if you haven't come across Albie and the Wolves. Great
They're
folk
really
band
cool.
from New Zealand.
They're awesome.
Should we do the Fly of the Conchords thing? Like they're definitely one of the top 5 best folk bands in New Zealand.
What?
Oh, you don't know? Okay.
I don't understand this reference.
It's all right. How would you handle playing in a band and every other person seems to have difficulties in singing or playing to loops? Is it something I'm doing wrong most time? I had to quickly switch to manual. No, this is super common. For 2 reasons. One is it's often quite hard to hear the loop. And secondly, most of your bandmates are not prioritizing listening to the loop as the default thing that they have to have their ears switched into. They're usually used to taking their timing from whether it's a drummer, bass player, whoever they listen to. And so to listen into that loop actually is a practiced skill that you need to spend some time with the band doing. But I'm curious for you, what
Playing along with your loops.
what you listen for, or
I do latch onto vocals quite a lot. So yeah, but I guess I've just gotten used to listening to the loop. I mean, we haven't done a huge amount of gigs together, but as an accompanist, I'm just always listening to whoever is leading it and whatever is solidifying their timing, which with David is the loops a lot of the time. It is just something that you have to get used to.
Yeah,
it's weird at first for sure, but you adapt. I'm sorry, that's such a useless answer.
No, it is good because I've had an interesting one where there becomes, if you're playing, especially in a full band, I don't know your setup, but especially in a full band, you're usually used to having the drummer lead, and it can be an ego thing, doing a loop where you're like, literally, you are not leading anymore. You basically have to have that conversation. If I'm looping, and this is something we're going to do as part of our duo, you are no longer leading.
Yeah.
That little box on the floor that I've recorded, even if it's a little bit weird sometimes, even if it's like not the most perfect loop, that is in charge. And that can be an interesting conversation with personalities and stuff like that. But failing that, having a really clear sound or percussion sound in that loop that everyone can latch onto is a really good way.
It's the loudest in the room is what leads, I feel. It's thinking about it now, like it's true, you follow the drummer because he can't follow you a lot of the time. All he can hear is drums. Not necessarily always true, but you adapt to the one that can't adapt to you, which the loop's not going to adapt to us. Yeah. So we have to adapt to the loop. Like,
damn it! Come on, man!
Come on, man! Do better. Yeah.
I do feel like that about my loop sometimes.
When the string doesn't work?
No, when I've played terribly into them.
And then suddenly it's someone else's fault.
I'm like, come on, man, you can do better than that. It's like, I'm just copying what you played.
Yeah. But it's you. Damn it. You're the problem. Yeah.
Yeah. Love it. Well, honestly, thanks for tuning in. Something a little bit different. If you have any more mysterious questions, God bless you for your time and efforts. Thanks, I'm relieved. It's a process, and definitely worth having a good chat with the band and some practice sessions of being like, even song by song, hey, this is when I'm gonna loop. it's kicking in now. We've done that a little bit by osmosis of being like me being like that for Shimna, like looping, just to help, I guess, twig the thought process of like, okay, I'm not necessarily just following what I play. There's another sound, kind of like another band member essentially. That's a stubborn band member that's like, I don't care if you want to speed up or slow down. I'm doing this. Right. That's something I've been working on actually. Trying to save my loops if I mess up. Yeah, nice. Normally I'll wait for a good time to pick it back up from the live guitar, clear the tracks, and then restart in whatever way it works. Yeah, cool. That also works, man. Sometimes you do have to just roll with it, I feel.
I missed a question from my dad 10 minutes ago, so he's still got his phone on him. He said, showing how you put together a song cover would be interesting from scratch, a song you haven't done before. You could ask for suggestions.
Oh, how we put stuff together?
Yeah.
It's good. I'm curious, if you're on, who saw the cover we did of Elvis, Can't Help Falling in Love, just out of curiosity? It was a week ago, I think that went up.
Just over a week, yeah.
Or so. Yeah, that could be a really good suggestion. I mean, today's sort of a different example with the song that we messed up. Well, I need to learn what I'm doing for that. But I guess there's a little bit less to it, in that I'm playing guitar, you're singing, harmonizing, and we just played around a little bit with structure for something that might be nice.
Yeah.
When I learn how to sing. But yeah, when there's fiddle or like what we're putting together with Senorita and being like playing around with, we essentially have 4 instruments. So I can sing and Shimna can harmonize, but Shimna can harmonize vocally or play a harmony line on the fiddle. And if I'm looping, I can play a harmony line on the guitar. So we kind of have every different option with that. We can not sing and play harmonies together, So I guess it opens up quite a few options. But I think in general for us, we try to start reasonably like the song as a starting point.
I don't. My default is, and there's no evidence of this on the internet, but when I was doing live solo gigs this time last year,
that's true,
my default seems to be take like a well-known pop song or just a song that sounds really happy that people kind of recognize, slow it down, and then really make them listen to the lyrics, and it actually changes the entire mood of the song. I can't really think of an example that we've done Toxic. Yeah. So the original with old mate Brittany.
Old mate Brittany.
Pretty fast, pretty poppy, pretty produced.
That's true.
And then for us, it becomes quite slow. And
I was going to say, like, this is the basic example. Is the like, if I was to be like, I'm trying to think how the original is now because I've got a weird version too.
Toxic.
Yeah, just to being like, it's so interesting. But they're like, with the taste of your lips, I'm on the ride. You're toxic, I'm sipping under the taste of a poison paradise. I'm addicted to you, don't you know that you're toxic? And then there's the Shimna version.
I'm going to take my ring off. Sorry. Taste of your lips, I'm on your ride. You're toxic, I'm slipping under. Taste of a poison paradise. I'm addicted to you, don't you know that you're toxic? Yeah, so 2 completely different flavors. And it just depends what you want to do with the song. So I like to flip it in the opposite direction of where the original or the well-known version is. Wow. I'm trying to like replay that sentence in my mind and figure out if it made sense.
No. No, it does. It absolutely does.
Yeah.
I guess the other side of it is realizing what shows you're doing. Like if you're playing a Saturday night show where everyone kind of wants to party and every song has been like stripped back, you're like, okay, like
we get it. Yeah.
So I definitely have different versions of things too. Like the same song.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Based on what kind of gig or day is. Like I'm gonna do a loungy jazz version.
Yeah, that one's always fun.
Chill.
Of just seeing how you feel on the day and playing it. How do you feel?
Nice. Dov, I'm about to post videos of guitar and song covers as soon as I fix the ugly light in my room. Okay. Good luck with that. Can you just change the light bulb? No? Sounds like it's probably more than that. Just a hunch. I'll get myself in trouble, but I'm okay with that. I get myself in trouble lots, so I apologize. I love you. Florian's like we do the different option is they take slow songs and speed them up and distort them.
That's awesome. That is awesome. I love it.
I like to play Noah Guthrie version of I'm Sexy and I Know It. It gets fun when it gets to wiggle part. David, nice.
Mike used to do a acoustic Sexy and I Know It. That was so much fun. Yeah.
Nice. I like it. Well, hey, thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks Shimna for jumping in and
thanks for having me.
Yeah, doing a little Ask Me Anything. And I'm going to practice what I'm supposed to practice and actually be right at today.
Text from Dad saying Buttercup was great or will be.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad. We appreciate it.
Will be. Yeah. Tune in 2023. Wait,
no. I was going to say 2021. We should have it down pat by then.
Yeah. What year is it this year?
Come on, David. Please.
No, we'll have it sorted. I need to do some work and remember what I'm doing for it. But apart from that, nailed it. Thanks everyone. Thanks for tuning in. We are doing a little live stream from Facebook. If you want to go and check it out, I put a link to our Facebook page in the description of this video. So if you do want to go and find us, we'll be there same time actually as this live session started, but in 2 days, and on Facebook. So maybe we'll see you there. And otherwise, I will be back next week on Tuesday night doing an Ask Me Anything session. And I think we're going to dive into a little bit of some looping. I might even do basically like a little mini looping lesson and try and give you guys and girls a new little tune and some ideas to play around with. So we will see you next week.
Bye.
Ciao.